The Cheviot Hills, remote, rugged, and steeped in centuries of silence. This is the wild edge of England, where mist rolls over ancient forts and every path carries a story. Today, I'm heading up Great Hetha for a wild camp amongst the ghosts of hill tribes and border raiders. It's about escaping the noise and leaving nothing but footprints.
Welcome back, the Geordie Wild Camper here, and tonight we're heading up one of the lesser known gems of Northumberland, that is Great Hetha. Now this still is quite a popular spot, and that's because of the access, where it is, the views and the history. I can't wait to spend the night up there. This land is part of Northumberland National Park, and although wild camping is tolerated, you still need to follow the guiding principles of wild camping. You know, have some discretion, leave no trace, and enjoy it. So this is it. This is the top of Great Hetha, 520 metres tall. It's not one of the highest, but it's certainly got some good views. Now, as you can probably hear, the wind has picked up. We're looking at around about 30-mile-an-hour gusts tonight. I'm scared in case the camera goes over, but let's find a spot and get set up. There isn't really much in the way of shelter along the ring of the Iron Age Hillfort. This is a spot I'm going to go. I've camped here before. There is wind, but I've got shelter and I'll be absolutely fine. We're expecting 30-mile-an-hour gusts, and the cutting that I have will see me through that no problem at all. It also gives us lovely vantage points for sunset and sunrise as well. So let's get pitched. Make sure that's all straightened up. It is. Right, so I'm actually all set up. I found a nice flat spot on top of the summit. It's when it comes to flat spots, that's really important, so you get a good night's sleep. I'm sheltered from the wind in terms of oh, I've just found a little bit of a hole there, sorry. In terms of how I've pitched, with the wider end at the front to take the brunt of that. And I'm following probably 3 golden rules of wild camping. So
camp high, camp late. You want to leave early, pitch on some durable ground. And then lastly, most people, what they say is just have one night only and then move on, and that's exactly what I'll be doing. So just a couple of little rules there. I know if anyone is on Facebook, if you want to join the Northumberland Wild Campers group, that's my group I've created, but in there's a whole host of advice. You can ask questions, if you're a bit unsure about wild camping, it's a great place to start. So join up, ask some questions, post some photos, and the guys will keep you right in there. I suppose people often hear quite a lot about leave no trace. It's about minimising your impact. It's about whatever you bring in, whatever you pack up, you pack in and you take it down with you. That's the whole point. So anyone that walks this way or comes up to camp themselves will never know you were here. And that's really, really important, especially today. You've seen some of the stick and the stigma that's been associated with wild campers when, it's a real small percentage of people that are having an impact, but it gets the limelight. And, people like myself get a lot of stick because of it. So, make sure if you're out, promote it. If you see things, pick them up and live by them wild camping principles. We are going to talk a little bit history and maybe some little spooky things later on about Great Hetha. But this is one of the very first that I ever camped on, solo, that is. The Lake District was actually the first solo that I did, but I did do this one on my next camp, and I've always had a soft spot. It's surrounded by some beautiful, idyllic rolling hills of the Cheviot, and it's just magic. It really is. Clouds roll in a little bit, which is not great, but it is what it is. Let's make the best of it.
Great Hetha rises quietly from the Cheviot hills, modest in height but rich in memory. Beneath its windswept summit lie the footprints of ancient tribes, watching over the valley for thousands of years. Just beyond, kings once ruled from wooden halls and reivers rode through the shadows of lawless borderlands. Today, the hill stands silent, but the land remembers, echoing with the footsteps of warriors, settlers, and ghosts that never truly left.
So that light's just starting to go down now. I don't know what time twilight starts, but I'm having it. Oh no! I'm having a Maltesers hot chocolate to get warmed up. Probably never get it open, that is. And I'm just letting this burn. It's not really getting off any heat, but it's pretend. Well, it does when you do that. But it gives you the illusion. So for tea tonight, it is spicy Korean chicken with some fried rice. Good morning, and what a splendid morning it is. We've got a little bit of a cloud inversion going on into the College Valley here. We did see quite a bit of rain last night, but the temp was absolutely fine. Wind died off around about 3-4 o'clock, but other than that, a really peaceful night's sleep, which is not something you often get. I was a little bit cool at points, so it must have dropped down quite a bit. That bag is rated down to about 0. I'd probably say 1 or 2 degrees is probably around more accurate for that. But I stuck my down jacket down there as well, and I was absolutely fine. Now I think the plan of action now is get something warm in me. So we're going to get a coffee on the go, taking the last of this, and then start to pack down. Well folks, that's me all packed away, and like I've said previously, leave no trace. And guess what, I've just seen something. It's a little rapper, that was mine, so I'm sticking that away. There are some rain clouds coming in, so I'm going to make this pretty quick. But Great Hetha, 520 metres in the College Valley of Northumberland. Now, a lot of people might say, why are you giving locations away? This is a very popular spot, so everyone knows this location. If it was somewhere more discreet, or somewhere where not many people be, I probably won't give that location. But I wanted to talk about the history and make it accessible to people. What I found through the Northumberland Wild Campers group is a lot of people are joining. They have very little experience and don't understand the wild camping code. You know, 90% do, but the 10% don't. So I'm trying to use this as a little bit of education around leave no trace. Whatever you pack up, you pack it away and you take it down with you. Now, Northumberland is beauty, it's serene, it's everything, but it's only that because we look after it, and we only get experiences because we do the things that we're meant to be doing. So I'm not trying to sound preachy, I just want to kind of get that point across, that given this little bit of history and given the area, it's down to us to look after it so we can enjoy it responsibly. Anyway, it was a brilliant camp. It was great to get back out and get back up on Great Hetha, because it's been a little while, and it's an absolute beauty. I absolutely loved every minute. Nice and relaxing, and you know what it's like. It's time to get back to reality now. I'll catch you on the next one.